Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Boisterous coming to you with some Clan Wars from the map Daybreak. Spying down here in the bottom left-hand corner, representing his team DarkOnyx, which is currently tied with Samurai Faith at 1-1, is a Veselionos. I'm just gonna go with that. And up here in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent representing the team. What did I just do? Whoa. Did I fix it? Alright, I fixed it. Anyway, Samurai Faith, Noisy Ninja. I just realized how weird that name is. Samurai is separated by ninja by only 2 words. I'm surprised those words aren't getting like chopped up and hit with shurikens and stuff, as the samurai and the ninja just naturally try to fight each other. Wonder if he has more faith in the samurai or more noisy in the ninja. Anyway, you will always be able to tell what the score is due to my fancy score calculator down here. It's very complex. It's like the Rehabicus, which I think has to be one of the funniest things I've ever seen anybody do in a tournament. Anyway, we're going to have yet another TVT, which is, of course, as a Zerg player and, you know, a sub-Protoss player, the only matchup I know absolutely and almost nothing about. Yeah, basically, I know very little about Terran versus Terran from a player's perspective, other than the fact that the only time I've ever played it, I went Tank Viking, crushed. It was ridiculous. Of course, that was also like 8 months ago, where I was kind of just like screwing around and I was in like Silver League, so I was like, tanks shoot ground, Vikings shoot air. Perfect combo. I solved TVT. Why is Day 9 not doing a Friends Day Wednesday on me? Why not? I mean, I solved it. So we see SF Noisy Ninja going for another one was like fast refineries, or, you know, pseudo-fast refineries. Faster than you would normally see, but still, you know, not amazingly fast. The big question is going to be whether or not he's going to go for yet another one of those Reaper openings. Currently, I'm not sure. Honestly, not sure. It looks like he's not. It looks like he's going to be saving up that gas, getting a fast factory, maybe going right into that beautiful mech play we saw him demonstrate last game. Because honestly, that mech play was amazing. I was super jelly of his ability to siege and unsiege tanks and make 30 tanks when his opponent has like 25 Marines, and then just steamroll with his moving of tanks. It was a good game. I was happy. I was very happy. Anyway, we see that these Marines are getting the kill done at the front. His opponent is, of course, going for that fast command center. The supply depots are getting dropped. Nobody's getting supply blocked. Alright, Veselionis is kind of getting supply blocked a little bit. But, you know, we're going to ignore that fact as I take a real quick sip of my Arnold Palmer. Don't worry about supply blocks. They're not that important. Anyway, we see Noisy Ninja going for that second refinery, and he has shown no intent to expand. I wonder if this is really just going to be a strong one-base play, which honestly wouldn't surprise me, especially coming from a player such as him. And is this going to be a 1-1-1? I mean, currently it is technically a 1-1-1. He has 1 Rax, 1 Factory, and 1 Starport, and all of them just got scanned. Boom! Noisy Ninja, get shut down. That's gotta be depressing, getting all of your stuff scanned instantly. He literally just put the starport down. Freaking Veselionis is like, huh, I'm gonna put a scan right there. What's up? What's up? What's up, Noisy Ninja? Can't hide anything from me, you're just a bit too noisy. I see him using his name for puns now. Yee, that's right. Just by the way, just so that everybody knows, I'm wearing a House Stark shirt right now. It's badass. It has like a dire wolf on the front. It has fangs. No, there's a lot of people. I probably just turned off this video. I was like, Game of Thrones nerd. But honestly, Game of Thrones is an amazing piece of literature, and if you have not yet read it, I like drop everything and go read it. It's fantastic. You can watch the TV show too. Watch the first season and then read books 2 to 5. That's my suggestion, because season 2 kind of strays. And I feel like if you went from season 2 to book 3, you'd be confused as hell. Because actually they do change quite a bit of things. Anyway, we have Starport building some Vikings. Oh, Man, Noisy Ninja, did you think I would go Banshee? Please, I'm the most interesting Terran in the world. Instead he's going Viking Siege Tank, like a boss. You know, like this guy. That's right, that's how I do it. Yeah, Viking Siege Tank is the best strategy ever. It's undeniable. And Veselionas just doesn't know what he was thinking. He did not... I don't think he was thinking, to be honest, because really he didn't build anything to counter Banshees. Did he put down any turrets? No, nah. He kind of just... He was like, yeah, if Banshees come, I have Marines, and I'm Terran, so I have inherent detectors. We call these fancy little things called orbital commands, you know? It's all under control. I got it. No problem at all. Anyway, we have SF Noisy Ninja moving across the map, and this is going to be quite a strong one-base play. I kind of want to call it all in just because of how late this command center is. If we look at the economy from Veselionas, it is skyrocketing compared to his opponents, as long as you don't look at gas. Just ignore that column. But the gas isn't skyrocketing primarily because he doesn't need or want gas. His army is currently 100% minerals. We do have the siege tank sieging up, and honestly, these siege tanks are in pretty freaking good position, to say the least. And these Marines are getting baited into them. Oh, such a loss of life. And you know, the second siege tank is going to be like leapfrogging forward and moving a bit forward. And honestly, I don't think SF Noisy Ninja is even really going to need that expansion. There's the salvage going off. However, honestly, Veselionas is kind of in a crappy spot right now. He's getting his own siege tanks up. His siege mode is not yet done. It's really going to be key on how fast Noisy Ninja gets this attack done. Honestly, if he can snipe that natural, he's going to be actually in a reasonably good position. However, one tank goes down, the other one stays alive. All of the Marines for Veselionas are down right now. The only thing he has currently is this one siege tank, and even that is at kind of a disadvantage because this Viking can give information to his own siege tank. It can see up that high ground. His siege tank is just slightly out of range though, and of course, putting himself in range would also allow the other siege tank to hit him, so it's really whether or not he's confident in the fact that Veselionas cannot see a siege tank, because of course siege tanks can actually see slightly shorter than they can shoot, so you can inch your siege tank forward, place it right there, and then go for it. He did pull 3 SCVs, which I think is a genius maneuver. However, honestly, he is not correctly positioned at this point in the game. He's going to be able to get one pot shot off on that siege tank, and that's quite key. However, honestly, he's not doing the damage he needs to do, and the damage he needs to do is to this orbital command. That's the key thing he needs to get rid of currently, and honestly, he's just not getting rid of it. He is getting a second and third tank funneling across. He has his 4 factories up. He actually is just going to transition out. Actually, he has a ton of tanks up. It's way more tanks than I thought. Now, of course, these tanks are going down. Those Marines managed to stem forward and just pick it off without a huge amount of hassle. So both players are kind of equalizing. They're both like, okay, that attack was reasonably successful. It was a big distraction for Veselionas, but Noisy Ninja is still pretty freaking far behind. He's behind 14 workers, and 14 workers is quite a few workers. I did my math. I brought out the chalkboard. I actually called up a couple experts from MIT, and they told me that 14 is quite a few, especially considering that it's a game where 14 is like a fourth of the worker count. So Veselionas is like 25% ahead. Not important. And it looks like Noisy Ninja is going for those 4 refineries, which I would have actually expected of him to get earlier, especially if he's going into this sort of like 4 factory build, considering the fact that all of these factories actually have a lot of gas going into them. This is 3 tech lab factories, and there's only 1 reactor factory. So this is the only factory that's not actually spending gas. There's 3 of them that are spending an absurd amount of gas, 125 every 45 seconds. You really need that extra income. And honestly, I think I'd expect him to be taking a 3rd base at any point right now. Tanks, of course, give you pretty freaking good map control if you get them out to the right parts of the map. And on Daybreak, the right parts of the map are kind of awkward because there's just so many flanking paths. We do have these double medevac drop coming in, but it's going to lose 1 medevac right off the bat. And the second medevac goes down before it drops anything. Oh my god. Veselionas just like donated even to Noisy Ninja. He was like, here, you know, I understand, you know, you're a bit down in our poker game. Here's, you know, $4,000 in chips. Now we're even, because apparently they play at the high rollers table. Actually, no, it's not really high rollers. They play at like the medium level table, like the 250 ante table. You know, they're kind of expensive, but not too expensive. Yeah, I'm getting sidetracked a lot today in these commentaries, and I don't quite know why. Anyway, SF Noisy Ninja is building them Hellions. He's actually, does he have an armor? No. Oh, okay. I was like, what is he getting? Alright, he's getting that for missile turrets. I was still confused. At first, I thought that was like infantry, and I'm like, you're not going to need infantry, bro. You don't need infantry upgrades. And then I was like, no, that's the planetary fortress, and you know, you don't need planetary fortress range. You're not going planetary fortress. And then I remember that it increases missile turret range as well. So he is getting that just for the missile turret range. Now, of course, if Veseliones keeps doing that with medevacs, it doesn't matter how far his missile turrets can shoot. Even if they could like snipe the medevacs from across the map, it still wouldn't be that much more effective, because honestly, he sniped 2 full medevacs without them dropping a single unit, which is ridiculously effective. We do have the 5 Hellions just trying to get a little bit of map control. However, they do not yet have Blue Flame. Blue Flame just finished though, so that Marine is going to get roasty toasted, and he's like, and can I also point out that all Marines that get put on fire die like those guys in the Vietnam War movies? They like die really over dramatically, where they're like, and they just fall forward. Of course, they fall forward as a flaming corpse, which is slightly more violent. However, still, they basically just fall forward. This 8 Marine drop is going to be flying around the side. However, did get scouted by this Viking, and this Viking is just, it's slowly chasing it down. It's a very slow speed car chase. Anyway, we have SF Noisy Ninja, not exactly in the best position. How much sight? No, that's not. Radar left the game, and the replay is complete. I don't think Radar quite understood that sending me a replay where he left the game mid-game doesn't help me at all. So, I don't. Give me 1 second to look at this email, and I will come right back with the results. That's awkward. That's really all I can say. I don't know why Radar just left in the middle of the freaking game, because he was the one that sent me all these replays. So these are all the replays from his accounts, and he just sent me a broken replay, which is extremely annoying. However, if I look at game 4 real fast, hide the time. Yeah, that's right. Alright, so Noisy Ninja did win that game, which is kind of expected. I'm just gonna like click around a lot. So Noisy Ninja did win that game, which of course puts Team Samurai Faith up 2-1, which is, you know, it's a pretty good amount. It's a pretty good amount. But anyway, guys, if you want to check out any other boisterous action, you can head on over to youtube.com/user/boisteroussc2. If you want to submit your games, you can send them on into boisteroussc2@gmail.com. And please, Radar, if you're going to submit me games, submit me full replays. Come on. If you don't have them, at least have somebody in your freaking team send them to me. Seriously.